Hello and welcome to IRL Season 6 F3 here at Japan. And we've got a good, nice 15-car grid today. So we've got a dry qualifying session here at the Suzuka circuit. Good track, only figure of 8 track on the calendar, and I am here in comms on my own today. Unfortunately, Sondre has had to do F2 comms due to an issue with the usual F2 commentator. So I'm going to do comms on my own today here at Japan. So 18-minute qualifier session as usual, and we've got the usual guys here as well, the two alphas who are leading the championship. Now let's get the championship up and I'll just run you through that. So we've got Halvor, where is he? Leading the championship. That is TNRT Johnny C. He's 34 points ahead of his teammate Langfell, who is about to exit the pit lane. Actually, the first guy on track is James in the McLaren. He's going for the S's now. Let's get all the information up, all the telemetry, all the stuff we want to see. There we go. As you can see, he's on hard tyres, which I didn't expect to see. I expected a lot of people to be on softs actually, but we've got a mix of strategy. A few people on mediums. Most people are on softs though, but quite a few are yet to come out actually onto track. So we've seen it's currently a Norwegian 1-2 in the championship, a TNR 1-2 in the championship, but it's also a Norwegian in third place as well, which is Sander in the Williams, and he is he is 8 points behind Langfeld, so he could be grabbing P2 in the championship. And there was a massive fight in the midfield between P6 down to P16. There's really close, a lot of fast guys in there. So if they get some big points today or any point in the season, it's really going to put them up the standings. So let's find James. I believe he's about to start a lap. He is about to start a lap. Let's follow him. Watch that massive bump out of the final corner. Open the DRS. He's on the hard, so this ain't going to be a pole lap, but hopefully he'll be up there with the hard runners. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3, I'm assuming that's people backing off, as into turn 1 and turn 2 runs a bit wide. That really is a hard set of corners to master, and so are these. This whole track is very hard to master. In fact, really is an old school track, hasn't really changed since Formula 1 went here, I believe, first time in the 80s, wasn't it? Some viewers in the stream, which is great. Into the Degners, and runs a bit wide again. You don't want to hit the grass so you can lock up easily. I'm not sure if James runs ABS or not. I think he does. Got a yellow flag in sector 3 again, as more people begin to back off to start their laps. This is 180R, not 130R. Into the spoon corners, spoon section. Gets tighter and tighter as you go round and down this long famous back straight into the next famous corner, 130R. Don't want to bid it here, otherwise you'd be probably dead. We've got Takis Carl in the chat. Is he racing today? I don't think he is. No, he isn't, unfortunately. He comes down the final corner. What can he do? And he sets a 1:30.7 is the benchmark. Let's see what Thomas can do in Mercedes. Excuse me. Into this tricky chicane. Don't want a corner cut. Probably the main place on the track for corner cutting actually. He keeps it tight. Going up to the line, and he goes just a 10.5 faster than James. And Langfell is okay, 7 tenths down. Maybe he's made a mistake in there. That's not where he wants to be at all. Got JP, James's teammate now, coming to 130R. That's Johnny Greenwood, and it looks like he's still going for it. He's ran out of VRS though, quite early actually. He's going around the final corner, and he's 2.2 seconds off. Meanwhile, Sander went P4, and Ivan Brito went P1 on soft tyres. So that's expected, he's on the softs. And Sander was on the softs as well, so maybe he's made a mistake there, because that is quite a far off on the soft tyres. Shane there, 4 seconds off. And somebody else has set a lap. That's Tim in the Ferrari on mediums. First guy on mediums to set a lap. And then look, Halvor, there we go. P2 on soft tyres. So don't count Aaron Beto out. He's a very quick guy. We've seen him in Abu Dhabi, how quick he was. I'm not sure how he did last week. I wasn't here last week, unfortunately. We got a yellow flag. Oh, we got a 5-place grid penalty for Tom Spicer. A collision with Callum Anderson. They're close together on track, obviously. Unfortunately, Christos in chat says he can't race his daughter's birthday. Fair enough. No racing points today. Yeah, that's right. So I don't know what's happened there with Callum Anderson and Tom Spicer, but obviously Tom Spicer, wherever he qualifies now, he's going to be dropped down 5 more positions, unfortunately for him. So he's definitely not going to get pole today. See yellow flag out there. As the first guy to set a lap and now back into the pits. And they're going to be refueling the cars, changing tyres, possibly. Now, who have we got on a lap? We've got Craig Woolley there ahead of Tim. Okay, it's James on a lap. He's got no ERS. He's ran wide. That's probably invalid. Or can he hold it? No. Yes, he can. He's nearly spun there. He had no ERS. He's let Billy through. And yeah, he's definitely on a lap coming up to 130R now. He's on the mediums. Nice and simple. These modern day cars take it so comfortably flat now. Doesn't hook that up too nicely. Got 12 viewers on stream now. Across the line, and he goes P4 ahead of his teammate. Very close though between the 2 Ferraris on the same tyre compound. And who else have we got on track? Lots of people in the pits now. Got Shane on a lap. Once again, we've seen people with no ERS left, but still going for it. Is Shane on a lap or has he backed off? Let's just follow him into the hairpin. He's on 11%. That's going to go down now as he goes down this well, not really straight through 180R this corner is, as I've already mentioned. Into the spoon. I think he has backed off. Got Tom Spicer with that 5-place penalty. It's going to be his first lap, unless he's invalidated. We've got James Owl in the chat. He's supporting Craig Woolley. And we're watching Craig Woolley's neighbour, I believe. Tom Spicer, they're neighbours, they're also teammates, they work together. And he goes P7 on mediums, 1.1, nearly 1.2 seconds off the pace. It's got some of the main guys coming out on track now. Langfellow's definitely going to be one to improve on that hard run he did. He's come out on mediums, so he should be improving on his time. Here's Craig Woolley, he's coming across the line, he goes P12, last of the guys set a lap so far. Callum Anderson hasn't set a lap, he is on an out lap though, and it's onto the grass, okay. And James Earl saying he's missed his quali, so he's hoping in the race, so okay. James Earl racing in F2. Now, have we got anyone starting a lap? Let's see, who's the furthest guy forward? I think it must be Langfell, yep. So he's come through 130R now on his out lap. See what he can do on the mediums. Best lap was on hards. Minimising this angle for this corner to get the best exit onto the start from this straight. Up into overtake. I wouldn't go into overtake personally because ERS is a problem around this track. You run out even if you keep it in hot lap. Into turn 1. Runs wide, that's what you want to do, but he didn't really hook up turn 2 too well. Into the famous S section now. It's tighter and tighter. Doesn't go flat out through here, it's very difficult to do as he loses the back end. So many people have done that. The yellow flag in sector 3, we've seen quite a few of them already. Through the Degners, runs a bit wide and he's round and he's in the wall. His wing's gone for good measure. Be careful coming back on track, obviously ghosting's off. So nobody's coming. Okay, good. Gets it going nicely. Now where is his teammate or the next guy on track? Looks like James on a lap. I think Thomas has backed out. But let's look at Halvor. His best lap was on softs and he's on softs now, so this is going to be a direct comparison to his improvement. He's going to be wanting to get pole position off his Ivan Brito, sorry. So yellow flag behind him, I think, and ahead of him, okay. Green flag showing out, that's the Williams, is that? I think that was Sander, he's the only Williams out there. So he lets him through. Through 180R into the spoon curves. Hooks it up nicely. Down into high ERS mode, puts it up into overtake, that's mode 4. Brings it to the right hand side of the track to fling it into 130R. He's 1 second up on his best time. You see in the top right there. So this is, unless he validates now or makes a big mistake, he's definitely going to be on for provisional pole. Yellow flag in sector 2, out in sector 3. Now in sector 1, okay, all around the track as incidents. Loses the back end a bit, opens DRS. And look at that, wow, 1.2 seconds. Brilliant. What can Ivan Brito do to respond? He's 1/10 upon his time. So unless he can make 1.1 seconds in this, well basically it's just 2 corners, then he's not going to be able to get his pole position back. Well, goes down to first gear, that's compromised him. Definitely don't want to go down to first gear there. Cross the line. And he did improve on his time still, so maybe he's got a lot of time to gain in that final sector. Because he didn't lose any time to his previous lap. Interesting. Got Billy, let's see what Billy can do. He's on mediums, his best lap was on mediums. This must be the same set. It is. And he's pitting on after his out lap, okay. What about his teammate? His teammate's on soft, his best lap was on medium, so he's going to be improving. Cross the line to start his lap in the Ferrari. He's currently in P4, a lot of traffic there coming out the pits. Another yellow flag in sector 2. Hooks it up nicely into turn 1 and turn 2, into turn 3 now, and turn 4. And into turn 5. One's on that curb. Can he go flat through turn 7? No. More yellow flags, or he runs wide on that curb. That can really unsettle the car if you hit it wrong. Into the Degners now. Hits it nicely. And again, this seems like a good lap from Tim. More people pitting now. Meanwhile, Sander in the Williams has gone P2 on medium tyres, 8/10 off, so that's a good lap from Sander there. If he puts on some softs, he could be challenging for pole position today. That puts him down to 5th, who we're on board with now. Coming down the straight now. I'd love to see a DRS zone here, but I'm never going to do it with this corner coming up next. Is this tricky braking zone? Will he make a mistake like Ivan Brito did? No. Watch the bump. Does that nicely around the final corner. And he goes P2, still 5/10 off Halvor though. So that's going to take some beating. Who else have we got on a lap? Okay, Thomas has just started one now. His best time was on hards and now he's on soft, so he should be improving. He puts it down to medium mode then, mode 2 as you can see in the bottom right on the telemetry. So that's interesting from Thomas. I would not expect that. Is he just going for a dummy lap? Does he not want to start on softs? Is he going to pit at the end of this lap? Because if he goes around again, he's not going to get time to do his next lap. I assume would be mediums if he came out again. Really attacking Degner 1 into Degner 2. It's in the hairpin now. And the Ferrari of Tim lets him go. That's what the yellow flag was for. Nothing serious, I hope. Bring it to the right now, flinging into here. Oh, don't invalid. If you run wide there, you will get an invalid. You're trying to stay to the left now, and then bring it to the right. Just gain as many meters as you can. Oh, the grass ain't gonna help you there. He's lost time on the straight. Silly little error. Yellow flag in front of him, he rounds the final corner. Hugs it tight, and goes P2, 3/10, so people are getting closer to Halvor's time, but not close enough, and I think that's going to be Thomas's last run at it, unless he can get another run out of his soft tyres, which I doubt Shane goes off the track. Okay, Langfell, I think he's just finished a lap. On mediums, has he? He's still 5/10 off though. Ivan Brito. Round the final corner, Billy's out. Is that round here? Got yellow flags. So Billy will not be challenging anymore. Get out of the way, whoever that is, it's JP. Okay, he goes straight on, that's one way of doing it. I think Ivan Brito, if he hooks up the final chicane, will definitely be on for pole position. Shane, watch out, okay, good. And JP's retired, okay, he's came out of the pits, got out of the way of Ivan Brito and he's retired. A lot of traffic for Ivan Brito here, hopefully he hasn't put him off. Oh, maybe it has, spoke too soon, he's in the wall, he has retired. Get off that racing line, please. And yeah, unfortunately, I think he could have challenged pole position there. So I think we're going to have to look for Halvor, who's a bit far off for now. Got Thomas off the track. Tim is just come out now, yeah, you're not making it round. Langfell is ahead of his teammate, is he? He is, so let's go on board with Langfell. Oh, that's a corner cut. Don't do that next time round. Oh, and he's pit, okay. So there's only one man to go on board with, I think. I think he's obviously in prime position for pole position here. He's on a fresh set of soft tyres. Halvor. Oh, and don't bid it before you started. Ivan Brito's done for the day. So he's not going to challenge, unfortunately, after that that crash, really. But this is the man we need to watch. Halvor, see what you can do. 20 seconds left on the clock. People need to be getting round now if they want to start their laps. Cal Manson's on a lap. On an out lap, sorry. Yigamal and Jeremy Pope have. I don't think they've come out once yet. Oh, and that is Halvor's defence of his pole position over. Tim hasn't made it, like I said. Who is there to challenge now? It's closest guy up the field is Sander. I think it's only him and Craig Woolley. Yes, it is only him and Craig Woolley left in this qualifying session to challenge Halvor's pole. So unless this, no disrespect to, oh no, Craig Woolley's in the pits, okay, so it's all down to Sander. He's on medium tyres, his best lap was also on mediums. Oh no, sorry, he's on soft tyres, my mistake. His best lap was on mediums. So let's see how far he is up. Oh, he's ran wide. That could be invalid. He's keeping going. He's improved by 8/10. He's gone down to P6. He's 5/10 up. He could do this if he hooks up this final sector, this final chicane as best as he can. Bit of lag, unfortunately. Can he take pole off Halvor? No, he was P2. So it's Halvor on pole. Well deserved. Definitely well deserved. Brilliant qualifying from him. 3/10 to Sander from Thomas in P3. Tim in P4 on the softs, and we've got Langfell on the mediums in P5. So I think, looking back now, if he was on the softs, he would be up there over his teammate as he normally is. So do not count him out at all in this race. Got James in P6, Ivan Brito in P7. Again, I think he could have been up there without mistakes. Billy in P9, in P8 on the mediums. Tom Spice in P9, but obviously he has a 5-second penalty for the collision with Callum Anderson. Craig Woolley inside the top 10, he'll be promoted. Then JP 11th, he'll get a free choice of tyres despite starting 10th. I've got Lewis Marshall in the chat, giving some moral support there for myself. Thank you very much, sir. And we've got a dry race, which I expected, considering people qualified on medium tyres. No reason why it wouldn't be raining later on, though. Could be the opposite to F1 yesterday, where it went from excuse me, from wet to dry. Could go from dry to wet. So if I cough a bit during this race, I've got a bit of a bad throat. As the drivers are now picking their strategies carefully, making minor setup changes, changing their fuel to what they think is best for this race. Let's hope for no glitches or anything like that. So this is usually the time where it happens, and we'll have to make a new lobby. Perfect, there we go. Okay, I've got no game sound, there we go. That's better, we got game sound? Yeah, perfect. So let's get all the telemetry up. On interval tyres, there we go. So let's start from P10, because that's JP got a free choice of tyres due to Tom Spice's penalty. So JP's gone for hards, Shane's gone for softs, that's interesting. And everyone else, Cal Manson, Yugamal, Tom Spicer and Jeremy Pope, all gone for medium tyres. So that's going to be interesting to see. Thomas seems to be quite far behind everyone else. Okay, interesting. Don't know what he's doing. 20 seconds behind where he should be, really. Intervals aren't working, hopefully they'll be working for the actual race though. Let's follow this man. He's leading the championship by quite a margin. He's on pole position here with his nearest championship rival in P5. Coming into the spoon curves now. Oh, and Sander isn't off the track, that's lag. Okay, it is just him lagging, isn't it? Excuse me. Okay, a lot of people getting disqualified as well. Yeah, it's just him who's lagging, unfortunately. It seems like. So it's not my internet, don't worry. I hope. Obviously, 2 weeks ago, when I was doing comments with Sondre, we had problems with the stream. We don't know if that was the host or the stream itself. I was hosting, Sondre was streaming. But yeah, Halvor is hosting the lobby actually. Looks like Thomas is catching up a bit now, as the AI will now take over from the drivers. And line them up on the grid. I'd love to see a feature early where you could manually line up on the grid. But just imagine how many people get it wrong. Have we actually only got 4 cars not getting disqualified? Okay. Well done, everyone. Good job. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And let's start this race. Sander on the left in the Williams, Halvor on the right. Got Langfell in the chat saying how he got disqualified. Let's hope everyone's got some nice toasty tyres. We haven't got a car in P3, have we? Oh, it's just Thomas, yeah. Who's about a mile behind everyone else. Let's go. Give me an angle. There we go. Where are the lights? There they are. We've got 3. We've got the full 5 for once. And away we go. And Thomas has stalled it. Then that tyre woman didn't really help him. There's a massive crash behind. People have hit him. The 3 wide. Craig Woolley's already out. There's lag there for P2. They're going in between each other. Lots of people crashing there. Wow. due to Thomas stalling it or just not deciding to go. But Halvor is still leading. Tim's up to P2. Sanders in P3 after getting glitched through. Craig Woolley's already in the chat. He's not very happy, understandably. And Halvor's pulling away already. Got some battling behind. Ooh, that's James looking for a way through there. That's not going to work into that corner. He runs a bit wide there. That's Langfell. He's gained a position. Oh, and Billy's out. Billy's crashed. And that's going to promote everyone. And we've got a virtual safety car. It's not a full one. Calm down, everyone. It's not a full one. It still doesn't exist. But we have got a virtual safety car. If that stays out long enough, that could take away some of the pain from the guys back here. Has Jeremy Pope got wing damage? Yes. Has Tom Spicer got wing damage? Yes. Has Yigmal got wing damage? Are we back under racing conditions? We are. So a lot of people getting wing damage back there. Looks like Halvor's got the jump well. Are we under racing conditions? Yes, we are. Billy's left the session. Just 3 tenths between these two guys here, Tim and Sander. I cannot wait, as I've been myself, for the steward support for that lap 1 incident. Let's have a look, it's a 1 minute 40. Obviously with the first lap and the safety car. We've got Craig Woolley in the chat saying he didn't move off the formation lap start. He didn't move off of the real start. So what's the point of joining races if you don't race, he's saying. Which is understandable. We'll see what happened there. Look how many people are pitting there. 5 cars. I've seen Johnny Greenwood get a 5-second penalty for speeding. That's probably with lack of braking, with lack of downforce. There's no wing. As it looks like it's now a 3-way battle for the lead. Halvor isn't really pulled away. Langfell is lurking there behind. As they're getting close to each other, obviously in the hairpin. Sander is closer to Tim than Tim is to Halvor. Halvor's pulled away now out of DRS range, so that's going to be a bonus for him. 4 tenths is the gap. Could he get a nice slipstream through here? We've got a yellow flag. Is that Callum Anderson? It is Callum Anderson. Get it back on track. I don't think he's got damage though. So the Mercedes doesn't look like they're having a good time, to be honest. Let's have more sets another fastest lap. Is anyone going to beat it? I don't think so. As we continue to watch this battle for P2. Langfell isn't really closing on these guys. I'm guessing he will though once these guys' tyres, these soft tyres, start going off. So despite that big first lap incident, mainly, oh and wow, Sander, a bit too wide there. Mainly the main championship guys, thankfully, have not got damage and are going strong. P1, P4 and P3 respectively. And looks like there's a battle FP5, Ivan Brito and James. Yellow flag sector 2, I'm not sure who that is. We're going to carry on watching this battle though. Four tenths between these guys. Japan is it's a hard track to overtake. We've obviously got the DRS zone on the start finish straight, but it is a short start finish straight into a fast corner, so it's difficult. And obviously here there is no DRS zone, so that's going to have to be pure authentic overtaking, and it looks like this battle sort of fizzled out, but this one certainly hasn't. We've got Brito down the inside on James. James saw him coming, left a bit of space. Halvor sets another fast slap and Jeremy Pope is out, unfortunately for him. There's 12 runners left. Here comes Ivan Brito though, his DRS is open. Is he going to go down the inside on James? He is. James doesn't defend, and Ivan Brito's got the position from James. Oh, and James is under pressure from Thomas, and James is back up on Ivan Brito and he's got him. Well, I did not expect that. at all. Maybe Rito made a mistake, that's why I thought it was Thomas making a move on him. But no, James is back ahead. Oh, and Sanders passed Tim, and Tim's round, and he's in the wall, is he? No, he's hit the polystyrene sign. And he's got away with damage, that is lucky, but he's lost the position to Langfeld and not to this group of cars. So a lot of action there. As soon as I look away from the battle for P2, there's more action. Oh, and they've hit each other, and Tim's in the wall. Tim and James hit each other, and Tim is once again his round in a short space of time. Has he got damage? I don't know, but what is going on here? Let's carry on with this battle. Yellow flag for Tim. Let's hope we can get going. Here comes Thomas though. On Ivan Brito. Ivan DeFrito is ghosting. He's defending the inside. Give me a camera angle. And is Thomas going to go round the outside? No, he's gone off the track. As we've seen in the F1 race, you can get 5-second time penalties if you go through there, and Ivan Brito's made a mistake. He's gone too deep. Oh, and Thomas has got the position, but Ivan Brito's going to be coming back to him. They've both got DRS. One off James, one off the other. It's turn 1. Positions stay the same. So out of nowhere, lots of action, and now it's sort of settled down a bit now. Yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure who that is. Let's go back to this battle though. Let's go on board with Ivan Brito. He's got a good view of these two guys. Really revving that engine, wow. Ivan Brito's really dropped back a bit now from Thomas. So let's see if Thomas can get past James. I think he will be soon. Gonna keep an eye out for other battles, but this seems like the only one at the moment. Ivan Brito's dropped back now. So this is the 2-car battle for P4. Tom Spice is in the pits. He's currently last on, he's got a speeding penalty. Unfortunate. Jeremy Pope's left the session after he retired. We didn't see that, unfortunately. Not sure if it was his own mistake or an incident with another driver. Look at this though, Thomas closing in on James. We've got Tom Spicer in the chat say not unhappy as Thomas goes down the inside, he goes deep. James is still there though. I thought he would have done the switchback, he hasn't. And he's going to get the DRS, I think. Oh, no, he isn't. Wow, Thomas got the DRS, he timed it perfectly. And he's defending. And James has just got around the outside of him and Tom Spicer's retired. What was going on there? What was Thomas doing? Did he let him through there? Because it looked like he pulled over and just lifted off, because he had the DRS, he had the straight line speed advantage, unless he's running 11 wings or something. And he's just been passed weird. I think he must have let him back through. Did he get an illegal overtake, possibly? I don't think he went over off the track, did he? Or maybe he was just wasn't happy with his own move on James and decided to let him back through. But he's going to have another go. But that's put Ivan Brito back in contention for this piece for P4 spot. As I was saying, Tom Spicer with the chat's unhappy with incidents out on track. Not sure if he means the first lap incident or when he retired just then, or before that when he had to pit. Well, I think Shane's an incident he has. Is that sector? Was that the S section? I think it is sector 1. Yeah. And he's back up going. Oh, and look at this. We've got Thomas on the outside of James this time. And James defends nicely. But Thomas is going to get the DRS now. Down into turn 1. Tom Spicer was referring to the one before he had to pit. That was instant. But here comes Thomas. Down the inside of James. James doesn't defend. I think he knows that Thomas has got better pace, possibly. Let's see if Thomas lets him back through. Oh, and James is still there. Wow, fair play to James. He's hanging in there. He's going to go around the outside. He is. Wow, James is defending well. I don't know what's going on here. Is Thomas just letting him back through? That's what it looks like, from my point of view. Ivan Brito is still there as we watch this. These two guys. You see him there in the Haas. Meanwhile, Halvor has pulled away from Sander. We haven't really mentioned these guys, it's just so spread out. And Langfeld is 4 seconds behind Sander, obviously on the medium tyres, though. Carl Anderson gets a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. He's been pushing the track to its limits and over it. Tom Spicer leaves the session, unfortunately. 11 cars left in this race. And look at this, here comes Thomas. Once again, James doesn't defend. Oh, a bit of contact. James is still there, though. James down the inside. Thomas round the outside. He's just in there, and yeah, and that was inevitable. James has turned in on Thomas, but Thomas did leave his nose in there. I think that was a racing incident, but once again, Thomas is involved in incidents, and he's round. I think that was a racing incident. I don't think it's anyone's fault. But Thomas, maybe you could argue he shouldn't have left his nose in, but then you could argue that James shouldn't have to ignored that he was there. So yeah, unfortunately that is spread out the field, and we've got no battles. Unless Ivan Brito can catch back up, or Thomas can catch back up to Ivan Brito, or anyone else out on track for that matter. So we got Langfeld in P3, like I mentioned before, on mediums. His teammate though, 3.7 ahead of Sander. He's got the pace. He knows what he's doing. He's controlling this race. And I'd expect the next lap or lap after he would be pitting for the medium tyres. As will everyone who hasn't pitted yet on the soft tyres. So that's P1, P2 and P4 down to P7. James gets a time penalty. That could be crucial later on in this race. As obviously he is in that group of cars where they're quite close together. And I just had to say that, okay, Halvor is in the pits now. It's quite early. Is he going to go on to hards? Sander into the lead now. Is he going on to hards? I wouldn't do that if I were you. No, he goes on to mediums. Okay, so he believes he can make his mediums go to the end. He's not stuck, is he? No, it's still a glitch. Where is he? Yeah, he didn't get stuck, I don't think. Let's see where he's going to come out. Behind Thomas and ahead of Tim, is he? Yeah, miles ahead of Tim. Okay. So he feels comfortable. Hopefully he'll be slicing through the traffic quite nicely. The traffic is going to be pitting soon though, so they'll probably just get out of the way for him. That's what you'd expect anyway. So let's go to our current leader now. Sander, is he going to respond, or is he going to stay out and try and get fresh tyres for the end of the race, maybe? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Into the spoon curves, he's got 5.2 seconds on Langfeld. Little wobble there. He's down in 1 ERS mode. He's got 70%. He is saving his ERS. So he's not pushing. He's kept it in 1 though for this straight. I wouldn't do that if I was him. It's really not going to help him at all. So it looks like the battle for P4 is starting to close up again. This time though, Halvor is going to be involved. Oh, and Shane's round. No, Shane. Yeah, Shane's round again. And he's retired. We've seen him round quite a bit, unfortunately. And he is done for this day. So 10 cars left as Sander pits. Langfeld now goes into the lead. He's not going to be pitting for a while on their medium tyres. Well, guaranteed points to everyone who now just needs to keep going and don't retire. That's Yuka Mal on P10. Rito pits as well. Where's Sander going to come out? He's going to go ahead of Tim. Yes. He is. How far behind Halvor is he though? Is that 5.5 seconds staying there? 5, yeah, so he's lost, what, is that 2 seconds? 1.5 seconds? Really? So where's Ivan Vito going to come out? Behind Carl Manderson, we've got Halvor now catching the guys on all the tyres. This is going to be an easy move for him, you'd expect. It's Thomas and the Mercedes ahead of him. Also got Ivan Vito just behind Carl Manderson in the other Mercedes. That's down P7. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. Into the spoon curves. How far behind is Alder now to make a move? He's close enough, I think, to get this toe. He's in overtake. Thomas is in medium. Yeah, he's not. He knows this isn't his battle. And they're going to let him through, I think. Easy as you like. There we go. I don't think Thomas is going to be coming back at him down this straight, is he? And wouldn't be surprised if he pitted. No, he stays out though. But he's not going to do anything, I don't think. Is Ivan Brito? He hasn't had the luxury though of being helped through. Tim has pitted. Carmanson isn't going to let him through, nor does he have to, obviously. They are racing for position, there's no blue flags or anything like that. Excuse me. They go down the inside, Callum swings in, and he is not losing track position. Despite them old tyres doing a good job. Tim has came out in P8 behind this battle. Quite a way behind this battle though. It's 14 seconds. 16 seconds, so yeah, quite a way behind. Oh, I don't want to go down the inside there. Trust me, that's not going to end well. Meanwhile, James is 8 seconds behind the leader, the current leader, Langfeld. With Halvor closing on him actually, 1.7 now to P2. Yellow flag sector 1. Okay, who is that? Didn't look like anyone had spun. Let's carry on looking at this battle though. I think Ivan Brito will have Cal Manson here now. Look at that, 2/10. James has pitted. That's made an Alfa Romeo 1-2 now, as Halvor sets the fastest lap on his fresh mediums. Ivan Brito goes onto the grass there. Could be seeing a dive bomb here, I'd expect. No, he backs out. He's waiting for the DRS, I think. Ooh, a bit of a corner cut there though. He didn't get the best of exits though, did he? Even on them fresh tyres. Is Ivan Brito going to get ahead of James though? No, he isn't. James is ahead of this battle, but Carl Manson's ran wide. And Ivan Brito's through, is he? Carl Manson's sticking his nose in. Ivan Brito goes round the outside and he's hit Cal Manderson. And Cal Manderson's round. And the number 69 car. In the Mercedes, his teammate goes past him. Meanwhile, Tim's pitted. Was that the second time Tim's pitted? I think it is, but Cal Manderson has round. I'm not going to say whose fault that was in terms of racing. I didn't really get a good angle. However, I'm going to say that I do not know why Cal Manderson was fighting that. He did not need to fight that at all. He's still got to pit, obviously. And Ivan Brito was on fresher tyres. I think that is silly from Cal Manderson. I'm not saying it was his fault in the actual incident himself, but I'm saying he shouldn't have put himself in that position, in my opinion. Anyway, but that's we've gone back to having no battles now. We've got Cameron in the chat saying what a joke, so obviously he has a different opinion. He's unhappy, I suppose anyone would be, obviously, after being spun round in a league race. This is his teammate, the only guy on soft tyres now. So he's not going to go to the end from here, surely. We've got Lewis Marshall saying it's Ericsson's fault. Probably is. Whatever. Whatever makes you sleep at night, Lewis, you know? As you expect, Thomas now to be setting the fastest lap on these soft tyres. Although he's in low EOS mode. Calmanson's left the session. Oh, Callum, what are you doing? You're in P7, mate. Keep it going. Unless that's a very coincidental lagging out. If that's a phrase, I don't know. But I think he has just quit there. Callum, why are you doing that? You're guaranteed points, mate. It's not like your last either. That's a shame. Come on, soon in the chat as well. We've got Lewis Marshall saying he doesn't sleep at night. Why is that, Lewis? Is that because I'm saying I don't know why he's left. Well, I do know why he left, because you're unhappy with the incident, but I think you should have. He says you'll join. Okay, level 2 he's eating. Okay, fair enough. So Thomas is closing in on Ivan Rito. 1.2 is now, so I think next time round he's going to be making a move you'd expect. Good advice, Lewis, he's saying to Carl Manson. Pause the game, then join back, instead of leaving altogether. That's a much better idea. As his AI is pitted, yay! Just as he joins back as well. Oh no. He's pit just as he joins back. That is lethal. And he's gone onto soft tyres. And it's like an hour-long stop as well. Just for good measure. Just to salt in the wounds, you know. Brilliant. Are those soft tyres going to make it to the end? I don't know. If they are. I mean... Now he is last. No, yeah, I said before he's not last, but now he is last. So yeah, well done, Callum. I did say last lap that this next lap you'd expect these two to be close together, and they are. Ivan Brito and Thomas. 4 tenths. You can see James there in the foreground. Through 130R. Thomas to the outside. Is he just going to keep his nose in there? We've already seen him do that once and spin round. That was with James. And this time Ivan Brito leaves more room than James did, and luckily for Thomas, he isn't round again. Got Lewis Marshall using some lovely language there. He's spreading the positive light of the league racing community, as we can see. So Ivan Brito now down to P6, Thomas up to P5. Now let's give our leader some airtime, I think. He's not the net leader. When he pits, he'll come out P3. Unless there's some complications with his stop, which I don't think there will be. I'd expect him to be pitting in the next 2 laps. Probably lap 17, 18 maybe. Lewis Marshall there in the chat, backing up what I just said about the positive light. But even though he said he said brand, like who calls me brand? Just get in the bin, mate. Callum's had his wrap down him. Is it going to be like Valtteri Bottas's porridge? Is he going to be charging for the field now and come back to win? He could. You never know. Is he back? Is he driving again? Well, if he spins, we know he's back in the car, so let's see. No, he hasn't spun, so the AI must be still driving. So let's give Alder some time. No, Lewis, I haven't. Am I being a bit stupid? I probably am. It really hasn't been a good race, has it? You know it hasn't been a good race when I'm paying more attention to the comments. There's no battles out on track at the moment, unfortunately. All we can do is follow these alphas, because these are the leaders. Here's the net leader. He's currently in P2 though. He's catching his teammate though at a rapid rate, so even before Langfell pits, he could be in the lead anyway. And Sander is only 2.3 seconds behind him actually, so Calmantis is fastest lap. Oh, he is back in the car then, I'll let him off. So yeah, Sander could be in for this win, you know. But he can just close in. we have got a battle. That's Thomas on the soft tyres behind James. We've already seen these two guys come together before. It's just gone outside of the just gone outside of the DRS zone. Lewis Marshall in chat, unhappy with me. I am very sorry. Four tenths between these two guys. I think James might have made a mistake there, because it was 1 second. But he's too far back to make a move into this corner, into turn 1. .6 now. This is the gap to the lead, for the lead, sorry. Okay, Lewis, I will. I think on the next straight we're going to see Thomas making a move on James, but we've seen that James, well, what really happens is usually he doesn't defend, but then somehow still comes out ahead. Maybe he just loves the outside line, I don't know. But Thomas has dropped back a bit now. He was 6 tenths, now it's 9. So I think he's going to be too far back actually to make a move. Lap 18 now, you'd expect Langfeld to be pitting, but he hasn't pitted yet. I think surely he's got to do it this lap for them soft tyres. Once again, Thomas is too far back from James. He gets really close there though. 4 tenths is the gap. I think we could see him move into turn 1 if he gets a good exit. I think we are going to see a move here. Is James going to defend? No. Shane's left the session. He retired a while ago now. And there we go. Look at that. Thomas swoops around the outside. That's the position. Sorted from James. James is still close to him though. Maybe Thomas's tyres are going off already. That's the same age of tyres, but obviously different compounds. Is that rain? It is rain. That is it's raining. Okay, I did not expect that at all. That is why Langfell is staying out. Oh, Lewis, we don't need a safety car button because we've got rain here. That is why Langfell is staying out. It's because it is raining, and okay, that has completely changed the concept of this race. Because Langfell is now in the prime position to win the race. Who would have thought that? Yigamal's pitted onto soft tyres. What are you doing, Yigamal? Unless he's crashed. But that has completely changed the complexion of this race. So Langfell is leading. Halvor is no longer net leader. He is just outright in second place. As it's starting to get a bit slippy now. So yeah, that has changed it a lot. I did say at the start of this race it could go dry to wet, and it has. It's done the opposite of what it did into F1. Thomas, is he going to pit for Inters now? It seems a bit early. He is going for Inters. Let's see Thomas's times. Excuse me. And once again, there's like a little glitch. I don't think that's where. I don't think he actually got held there, did he? Or I'm not too sure. So we've seen it quite a bit actually where this happens. I'm excited now. It's raining. It literally has done the opposite, I think, of the F1 race. Similar lap is where it went dry yesterday. Now it's gone wet. But when he runs wide there, it's understeering. That's not a good sign. Johnny Greenwood is in to the pits. Assuming that's for Inters as well. Let's see his pace compared to Ivan Brito. It doesn't look like his time, does it? Look at him, he's squirming everywhere. Oh, he's gained a bit of time there though. Oh, Tim's got a penalty for speed in the pit lane. It is not time at all. He's losing time to Ivan Brito. Yeah, it's definitely, as Lewis Marshall says in chat, it certainly isn't wet enough. Cal Anderson gets the speed and penalty. But the leader is in though. The leader is into the pits. Yigamal gets a... Oh, they're going to double stacking. They're double stacking down at Alpha. Yigamal gets a 5-second pen between the pit lane. Everyone's pitted now. I think this is, yeah, Jeff's come on the radio, hasn't he? And said, oh no, Halvor's getting held. What a disaster for him. Is Sander going to get ahead of him? He is. Sander's ahead. Sander's got P2. Wow. Is James? Oh, don't stay out, James. Pit. He's got to pit, yeah, look at him. Yep. So that's actually going to gain Thomas time now. Look at that, he's gained 10 seconds. Wow. Certainly is wet enough now, Lewis. Ivan Brito should pit. And he does. So I take my word back. The people who pitted last lap have made a brilliant strategy call. Well done to them. Let's look at that. Langfell's now got a 7-second lead. Look at that. Wow. Fair play to him. Thomas is up to P4. Wow. Well, Cal Manderson's up to P9. Well done. I'm proud of you. Hugo Malin P10. Still in the points. Still going strong. Ivan Brito's come out in the pits now. He's quite comfortably ahead of JP, who's only just coming through 130R now. Yeah, Lewis Marshall saying rain didn't look very hard. It's a surprise. It's Inters already. I agree. So I think Halvor now is going to be absolutely fuming. He had this. It's quite simple. He was controlling this race. He was the quickest man. And now this rain's come along. He would have knew it was going to rain, but it's come along now, and yeah, he's gone from, well, net P1 to P3 due to getting held in the pits as well. Obviously Alpha's having to double stack. If he would have stayed out, he would have lost more time. That's, 130R is going to be more treacherous. Treacherous. I can speak English. Look at that. It's the top 3, and then just best of the rest. And with Thomas, and field really is spread out. It's not been a fun race today. Oh, and Halvor's run wide. He's in the gravel. Excuse me. On the lap car of Ivan Brito goes through. So yeah, maybe he just isn't confident in the wet. So it looks like he just outright is understeered off there, I think. Our championship leader is not having a fun time. So as it stands, Langfellow is going to gain, what's that, 10 points on him. So the gap's going to go from 34 to 24. Oh, now Brito loses the back end. Or is he just letting him through? It looked like he lost the back end. Danny's letting him through, actually. So yeah, if it goes from 34 to 24, so that gets it under one race win and a retirement. So that's crucial, really, think about it. Still many races to go. A lot can happen between now and the end of the season. We've got, as Langfield across the line now, there will be 6 laps to go, if I can math. Which I think I can, yeah. 6 laps to go from now. And that was Carl Manson ahead of Langfell. He's just pitted now though. So I'm assuming he's gone for wet. Is it going to full wet conditions? And he's had a wing change for good measure. Okay. So maybe it is literally the full opposite of F1 yesterday. Yesterday went from wet to into to dry. Now it's gone from dry to into to wet, possibly, unless Callum's just gone for a terrible strategy call. But you wouldn't expect to go to wet unless it is, well, getting wetter, obviously. Does it look wetter? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe the rain's a bit heavier. Let's see what other people do. There's only 5 laps to go, so I think even if it was time for full wet tyres, it would be quicker to just stay out. But obviously Callum's just gone to risk it because he had wing damage anyway, which is understandable. But let's put Yugmelt to P9 now, and him and Callum's down to P10. 5 seconds, I should notice, the gap between P1 and P2, it was around 7 or 8 before, so looks like Sander's catching Langfellow is. Yeah, Havel's not having a good time though. 2 alphas don't seem to have good pace in the wet. So let's go on board for Sander. He's Or let's follow him, I should say. Let's go on board with a lap with him. Is he going to go flat? No, he just had to back off there. Oh, a little squirt, bit too much power there in the hairpin. Sorry, not the hairpin, the chicane. Lewis Marshall saying Norwegians struggle in the wet. Well, yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Sondre. 4.3 now, the gap between P1 and P2. Halvor's pitted. He's got the gap to do it. Is this for full wets? He has got the gap. He's going to come out in P3 anyway. He's got nothing to lose. Look at the gap between P1 and P2 though. Sanders catching. Oh, and James is out. James is... What's happened to James? He was in P5 and he's gone. Gigamal's pitted as well. He's gone. Camanson's up to P9. Oh, James done it in 1:30, hasn't he? Surely he has. Yeah, he has. Wow. Unlucky James, mate. See, I've beat there. Shifting down at 1:30. Shows he's not having fun. And Halvor's gone to more inters, and he's came out behind Thomas, who's getting held up by his teammate, which is brilliant. I'm pretty sure the gap was, what, 22 seconds? 25 seconds, wasn't it? And he's came up behind, and quite far behind. Has Halvor had an incident that we haven't seen? What's happened? Is he far behind him? He was, careful. He was about 10 seconds behind Sander. So that would put him, yeah, about 20 odd seconds ahead of Thomas. And now he's come up this far behind. I think he must have made some sort of error, or he's squirming out there that we're unaware of. And yeah, if he gets on the podium today, I'll certainly be asking him about that. So Cameron's still the only guy out there on wet tyres. He's yet to pass James, a P8. Will James get the point? What was he put on? Was he crashed on lap 23, was it? Or 24, 90% rule? No, he won't. Definitely won't. Yeah, Lewis, maybe Halvor had a stop-go and a wing change. Which I suppose that's the only way you can explain it, unless he's had a mistake. Carl Anderson, let him go, please. Thank you. Very nicely done there from Carl. Look at the gap for P1 and P2. Sander is on a charge. There's, what, 3 laps to go now? After next lap, it'll be, as the Langville crosses the line, it'll be 3 laps to go. And there's 2.4 seconds between these two cars. The Williams of Sander and the Alfa Romeo of Langfell in P1, the championship leader. It's 2.1 seconds. He's catching him quick, you know. He really is. Looks like that Kyle Anderson's wet tyres aren't doing him any good. Oh, as Langfell gets a time penalty! Well, that could be crucial for this race win. I don't know what the penalty situation is between these two guys. I don't think either of them have had one apart from that one there for Langfell. That could be crucial. It's 1.5 seconds. So that time penalty might not even matter. Sander could just overtake him outright. Let's stay on board with Sander now, because this is all we're going to look at now to the end of the race, because this is obviously very interesting what's going on here. Sander's pace has just become amazing. Maybe he had a wet setup on, possibly, I don't know. But then again, his dry pace was good. It's 1.1 seconds now. So out of nowhere, this race really has spiced up, hasn't it? Not only is the only battle out there, it's the battle for the lead, with about 2.5 laps to go. It's under a second. Look how much confidence Sander has compared to Langfell. Excuse me, got the yellow flag out there. Oh, and that's Gigamal. And he's got 3 seconds time penalty for corner coin. Did what Fernando Alonso did, I think, in 2018. He got a penalty for that. Same thing, he just went straight on. There. Pretty sure that's what happened. Maybe mistaken. So I'm not going to look at the time penalties, I'm not going to spoil it for myself, but we're assuming that Langfell has more pens. We're also going to assume that Sander doesn't know that, so he's still going to be going for it, isn't he? Okay, a little bit of lag there. We've seen that on Sander's car very early on in this race, and in qualifying as well. Okay, let's hope lag doesn't ruin this battle. Two laps to go. See the ERS, so Langfell's got more ERS. Oh, we've got the battle for P8 there as well. Yigmal's got past Kalmanson on the wet tyres, but we're not going to watch that battle, we're going to watch this battle. Let's just have a quick peek, see what's going on. Yeah, Kalmanson just has got no grip on. Then wet tyres, don't know what he was doing going onto them tyres. Although it does look like heavy rain now, possibly. Both taking it nicely through the hairpin. 6/10 is the gap. Obviously no DRS in the wet, so it's going to be difficult to get past, I'd say. 4/10. Then we go on to the back straight up to 130R. We've already seen James crash there in these conditions. Let's hope none of these do. Really does lift off, doesn't it? I think Langfell has more confidence for that bit. I was about to start the final lap now. On to the final lap. It's Langfell ahead of Sander on the track. But time penalties could play a factor. Play a big factor. Got Thomas miles back, 40 seconds away from this battle. Halvor sat out of nowhere, just he had this race under control, and now he's P4. What, nearly 45 seconds off the lead, 50 seconds off the lead, crazy. Absolutely crazy. His pace just erupted in the wet conditions. In the dry, nobody could touch it, but in the wet, he's rubbish, to be honest. Into the hairpin for the final time. The yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that? I'm not too sure. It's Kalmanson on the wet tyres. But this is the final lap. It's the final, well, the second to last sector actually. I think Callum's still struggling out there. Here we go on to the straight for the final time. This is going to be the only opportunity for Sam to get past, unless he knows he doesn't have to. But does he have to? We don't know for sure what the pen's situation is. He's too far back, isn't he? Who's that? That's Kalmanson, dead at 130R. Oh, Langfell's made a mistake! And Sander's going to get the switch back on him. He's going to go around the outside. And there's a battle for the lead. They're side by side. Langfell edges it and Sander gets it. They were 1 millisecond going over the line. Wow, if Langfell didn't have a pen. Wow, if Langfell didn't have a pen, it would have been 1 millisecond he would have won by. Crazy final sector, final lap. There we go, look at that, Thomas. Miles back. From the two guys ahead. "41 seconds in the end. And he crashes over the line. Lewis Marshall saying, damn, that's close, 1 millisecond, crazy. That's Halvor. What happened to Halvor there in that race? What, he's nearly 50 seconds off the lead. And at one point he was controlling the race. Shame he's not on the podium, I'd love to ask him. and Brito. Is the chicane for last time for him. And he takes P5. Johnny Greenwood, P6. Yep. And then Tim. It's going to cross the line of P7. And is he going to do donuts? Well, he's making a hash of them, if he is. Oh, well done, Tim. Good donuts, then. That was the worst attempt at donuts I've ever seen in my life. Well done. There we go, there's the podium for you. Norway and Northern Ireland. There's Alain Prost. And there's the cars for you. Okay, nobody cares on my XP. So there we go, look at that. Sander wins on time penalties, 1 millisecond over the line, ahead of Langfell, ahead of Thomas, who's had some incidents in this race, 44 seconds away, ahead of Halvor, who was going to be kicking himself. He was controlling this race at one point, but then it fell away from him when the rain came. Ivan Brito picking up a P5, Johnny Beamer P6, Tim P7, Yigmal P8, Cam Hansen went on to wet tyres, he's P9, and then James, Shane, Thomas Bicer, Jeremy Pope, Billy and Craig Woolley didn't even make it to turn 1, all retired. I'd love to quickly have a look at, where is it, Tichanis' race director, just to see what happened to him. Did he get a penalty? No, he didn't get any warnings or anything, so he didn't serve a stop-go pen. So maybe he had to get a wing change or something. Interesting. So there we go, there is your top 14. So let's get these guys in the party. If you are in the chat, feel free to put some comments in. That's a new thing maybe I can do. That's not a bad idea. So not some comments, we'll answer some questions. So we got TAR. Okay, why doesn't it just come up with them straight away? It's going to take an hour to do. Okay, we've got TR thingy, TNR Langfell, and PMB, try and catch one of his many names. Excuse me. There we go, perfect. Okay, so like I said, if you want to get some questions in the chat, feel free, if you're watching now. Who have we got in the party? Just me, for now. Let's hope they join. They better join, that would just be so horrible. That would be so mean if they didn't join. Okay, we've got Langfell here. We've got Thomas here. And are we gonna get, there we go, got Sander here as well, perfect. Okay everyone, so before we start, please make sure your voice is allowed to be on shared as normal. And Sander, obviously you won the race, I'm going to start with you.
Let's go.
Okay, and well, it was 1 millisecond over the line between you and Langfell. Crazy end of the race. So at that point, as you were crossing that line, did you know that he had a time penalty, or were you just hoping that you just edged ahead?
I know. I knew he had a time penalty, but you
knew
making it exciting at the end of the race.
Okay, fair enough. That was yeah, it was a really interesting end to the race. Unfortunate for Langfell, they got that penalty not too late on, and I must ask, your wet pace was absolutely phenomenal. It's great. What sort of setup were you running? Were you running a dry one, a wet one, or What you
I was running dry from the start.
Try sort of from the
without
start.
any changes. Just
Okay,
unlocking
and
the differential when the rain came.
okay, and you went into this race P3 in the championship. I think you'll still just be P3 if my maths are any good. So you'll be about 30 odd points behind Halvor. Do you think you could challenge for the championship or not? Still a lot of race to go.
It depends on how many races I'll get through the winter, I think. But if I can get the races in, maybe I'll be there for the fight.
Okay. Well, you're definitely capable of your pace then. So all I can say is congratulations on P1, and
Thank you.
we'll see you next week hopefully. And on to Langfeld.
Hello.
Hello, good, well done on P2. I must ask about that penalty there. You got a few laps at the end. Are you kicking yourself about that?
Yeah, I was driving so safe because I was afraid of losing the car, like I've done the past races now. And I saw he catching up to me. I knew because I was driving so safe, but still got a penalty from exceeded the track limits, which I say is bullshit, but it happens.
Okay, fair enough. And yeah, so you qualified on medium tyres, and before I realised it was going to rain, you seemed just to be out of the race really. Your teammate really had the edge over you on the dry pace, it seemed, and maybe Sander did as well. So when you saw it was going to rain, were you happy or were you not very happy?
So we could see that the rain was coming late in the race, but I prefer to start on mediums here in Japan, so I went for the mediums, and I was just hoping the rain would come early, so I wouldn't have to stop for softs. So I get one pit stop less than Halvor and Hauru.
Okay, fair enough. And next week is, I think, yeah, it's definitely one more race before the Christmas break. Next week is Singapore, and so what you like around there? Obviously, street circuit's going to be difficult.
I think I'm bad.
Excuse me.
I think I'm bad.
You're bad, okay.
We'll see.
We're gonna expect some wing damage from you there or something. Or...
most likely.
Okay, fair enough. So well done on P2, and we might be seeing you next week, unless you get wing damage. Okay. And Thomas, on to you.
Yep.
P3, are you happy with that?
To be honest, not really, no. I feel like I had the pace to maybe actually fight for the win, but yeah, I had the glitch where it didn't let me go off the line, and then the pit stops I couldn't release myself, so I was just sitting there for like 10 seconds. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And earlier on in the race, I saw you had a nice little battle with James. First of all, I want to start with that incident where I think you spun round, didn't you, at the chicane? Let's see that.
Yeah.
What went on there?
Yeah, well, I was just sort of tried to go around the outside, but I know James is quite aggressive, and yeah, if it's just a racing incident, I'm pretty sure he just ran a bit wide, and yeah, he done the slightest touches and around the went.
Okay. And during that battle as well, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but it looked like you were just letting him through at some points back through, down to like turn 1. Were you doing that, or were you just straight on speed was shocking?
My straight line speed was shocking because I sort of changed my wings a wee bit, knowing it was going to be wet at the end. So
okay, fair enough. So Singapore next week. Any good? Any bad?
No, I don't think it's going to go very well. A bit the same, yeah. Wing damage all over the place.
Fair enough. Okay, so congratulations on P3. Wasn't the best races today for the viewers. Not much going on, unfortunately. But congratulations, excuse me, to top 3 and everyone taking part. So that's going to be the end of the stream. Next week we're at Singapore, Saturday 6 PM GMT for F1 and 4:30 on Sunday for F2 and F3. I've been Brandon Glover, commentating here for F3 at Japan. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.